Good morning, everybody. FSC Trucking. I'll show you something real quick. Right there. Abbotsford, Wisconsin. 13 degrees. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold. Neither is Lurwell. Check this out. You gotta admit, that's a real pretty sky. The sun's just starting to come up. Real cold. Got the green APU running, keeping me warm, keeping the engine warm. We're gonna fire up Orwell, let them air up. We'll go inside, get something to eat, and we're gonna get this day started.
To be honest, I haven't really been feeling well the last handful of days. Been just under the weather, kind of sick, you know. I'm definitely getting a lot better than I was. Woke up this morning, I wasn't exactly down in the dumps. I just wasn't really feeling it, like getting up and getting moving again, you know. One of those mornings where you know it's just going to be a hard day because it's going to be cold. Well, it's going to warm up. It'll be like a whole 31 for a high, at least here. But we're loading and heading south, so it'll warm up. I'll feel a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, I struggle with the long nights and the cold. Mentally, it just kind of drags you down. I'm trying to like teach myself how to at leave a comment if you guys figured that out, how to do that. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to, like, to borrow the phrase, embrace the suck. In other words, winter sucks, cold sucks. How do I, like, make it to where I enjoy that crappy part of it, as opposed to dreading it when you get up in the morning? Like a day like today, you know, I got up, and it's not a bad day so far, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, I'm just stating. I guess what I'm doing is I'm stating my current feelings of how I get up in the morning and get in this truck and start driving. I got my orange juice that I like. I know some of you guys don't, but I do. And they had my chicken noodle soup this morning. It didn't last night at 7 o'clock, but they did this morning. So I got 2 big cups of that, and that filled my belly up real nice. Made me feel good. So like I said, I'm not feeling bad. It's just, I don't know, some days I get up and I start driving and I'm just really not feeling it. I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to deal with this one more. But I really shouldn't feel that way. But I do. Really do. I got on the highway. He's doing 62. He pulls in front of me. I bring her up to 65. I start walking around. He brings her up to 68 and then starts to pass me. All right, fine. To run 70 all day, all night. I just don't run them that hard. Got short little legs. Like a wiener dog in a marathon. I've been talking about getting a full-time mechanic at the shop. Help out with personal projects, help out maintaining Orwell and the trailer, getting my step deck put back together, getting another truck running, working on the Ford CL9000. Whatever I got going on over there. Had a couple of people reply back via email. I sent them all emails last night. So what I really want to do is have somebody lined up ready to ride come March, February or March. Is the plan. Get through the holidays. I'm always fearful that freight's going to be a little slow come like January, so I guess I would entertain the idea of bringing someone on as early as, well, by the time this video came out it would be, but you get the idea. I'd entertain it, but I just don't want to. I'd rather wait till I know things are going to pick up if it slows down, so we don't have to worry about any financial issues. But if you still look, if you're one of the guys looking for shop work, check your inbox. I emailed you. If you are looking for a job as a mechanic, working on Orwell, trailers, cars, trucks. What's up, guys? Steve here. Unfortunately, this was one of the videos that suffered apparently with the corrupted file I had. I had an issue with one of my portable hard drives. So long story short, we're going to skip ahead to loading the fire truck literally on the trailer, because there was a lot between me trying to say I would like full-time mechanics in my shop to loading the truck. Once I got to Wyawega, there was a female driver that was working for one of the local Landau companies, moving wrecked trucks, but just started. That was her first trip. And long story short, she had asked me to look over what she had done, because it was her first trip without a trainer, so she was working for, I don't know how long, but for a certain amount of time with the trainer, and then that was our first solo, and said, hey, do you mind looking over how I tied my load down, which I did. Start talking later on about why it's good to help out other drivers. It's basically what happened. Sadly, the video files were destroyed. I was able to recover a lot of stuff out of the hard drive. However, some was lost, some was damaged. With that, we're just going to press on any way we know how.
Yeah, bring him back. A little more. A little more. A little more. You're good. Yeah, give it a couple more inches. That's good. Hey, well, come forward, walk the front end this way just a little bit. There you go. A little more. All right, straighten up, bring it back. Good. Sweet. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
All yours.
All right, see you on the next one.
No problem, yeah.
Either one out, or next time they wreck one.
Well, it was a month ago.
What,
One month ago yet.
Oh, okay.
We had 5 of Indy's trucks.
Man, they're hard on trucks, dude.
All smashed.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
And 4 of them were aerials.
Oh.
Yeah. This was the only pumper.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Now they gotta, I don't know.
Big city.
Man, that's rough, man. Wow.
Hard on their truck.
Apparently so. Alrighty. That'll work. I should have mentioned, sorry. I normally go on the inside of the spring. That'll work though, because it's not gonna go either way.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? But I normally grab them just on the inside of the spring.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that works fine though.
Awesome.
Because it can't go out, if it can't go up, gravity don't work that way. And it's at a choke point, so you're fine there.
Awesome.
It just, I don't know. I tend to grab it a little on the inside.
All right. I'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
First time on my own, so hopefully they like it. Well, thank you for your help.
All right, no troubles.
Have a good day.
Oh yeah, we're gonna try. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
That works better. All right, let's get them on. Yeah, guys, you gotta give her credit. She's out here doing the work and is brave enough to ask somebody for help if you're a little confused. He trained her, but you know, if you don't have the greatest of trainers, what happens is you think you know enough, or you feel you know enough, or they feel you know enough, and then you get out there and then it's go time. Then it's time to get it done. And then you like, oh crap, and then you start second guessing everything you do. And that's where you get in trouble. And personally, I think it's pretty brave when someone asks, hey, can you give me some help? I'm not, and you just double check my work. It's always best to have someone double check if you're not 100%. Come on. Oh, I gotta push on you a little harder. That's right. There we go. Cold. She cold, boys and girls. Alrighty, back up. Ow. Up under we go. You stinkers. Oh, don't forget them there. Like this one, you can get a chain between here and there. Not this one. So you gotta choke the hog head. So we'll pull crisscross. I'll keep it away from the slack adjuster. Yeah, that's what they do for power. They use this to uncouple the transmission from the drive line and use the main engine to run the pumps up above right there. So it goes to that transfer case. Hope they got all the water out of it. It's gonna freeze hard. They didn't. No, I'm a salty mess. All right. Excellent. Gonna respray my binders. Matter of fact, I gotta get more spray. You know, that's the other thing too, boys and girls. If a driver comes to you and asks for help, some people have a better, faster understanding of things than maybe you do. Maybe some of this stuff comes naturally to people, and as other people, it doesn't come naturally. Sometimes you have to teach, and then it comes naturally after you teach them. So that driver came to me and says, hey, can you check on this? You know, it's not a big deal to do it. She wanted a critique to know right or wrong. So give it to her. But be nice about it if they messed up. And you might not know everything either. You might, what works for you might not go for there. She has a different type of trailer where they had the notches for your chains. I don't have that. The new ones do. I don't. So some things that work for you don't work for others. The way to get around that slack adjuster worked on that truck. Didn't work on this one, did it? But there's no need to insult nobody, especially when they're asking for help. That might be one of the best drivers coming up to do this kind of work. Damn thing fell off. I feel the best drivers are the ones that are willing to ask for advice on how to do something if they're not sure how. I remember when I first started driving for Widmeyer, I pulled flatbed, but nothing like this. And I had a bunch of people come to me and says, hey, I could help you out. Do this, that, and the other. It makes life a little easier. It had to do with how I stowed away my straps, believe it or not. But it was a good method. I use it to this day. I remember I had a dipper lip for some kind of earth moving piece of equipment. And it was difficult to tie down. And I wasn't 100%. And Fritz Widmeyer, back when he was still alive, he drove up in his pickup and he's like, hey, you know I tied that down right? I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. He's like, come here, grab that chain. And he told me, he says, just do exactly as I tell you. Put the chain here, twist it there. And he showed me, without telling me what he was doing, how to choke a chain in a knot. I don't know what you actually call that, but that's what he showed me. And he was like, that chain can't slide in on itself now. The links won't let it. Do one in the front, do one in the back, and then put two more in the middle, just straight over it, and you're perfect. He saw the aptitude that I had and knew that I could improve with just a little bit of training from an old timer. And I took it, and I remember it now almost 20 years later. Not quite 20, probably more like 18 or 17, I don't remember. So when I take on a driver, I'm gonna have to explain little by little the intricate details that I've picked up in these things over the years. Hope it's close. Where did I put my spray? Over there. May as well spray this one now. Remember how I said I wasn't really feeling good this morning? I wasn't feeling bad, but wasn't feeling good. Well, that's all changed now. Why'd that change? Well, let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest. This industry is still a male-dominated industry. In modern day, most female drivers would be intimidated to ask a guy like myself if they're doing it wrong, because, well, insert jokes here, right? But I helped somebody today, and it really didn't need that much help. She's plenty capable of handling that on her own. She had it good enough. I was just worried about possibly damaging those ears on that frame tab, but beyond that, that was it. Tied the back down exactly as I do. Wrap the axle a little different than I do, but it still works. And she drove off with a smile on her face, just happy to be out here. I don't know if you've noticed before, when I was taking the trailer apart, she was sitting there with a smile on her face already anyway. So, some people just happy to be out here to accept the challenge of the job. Check my pin again. All right, she's in. A lot of people prefer, if you're trucking, swinging doors or hauling a tanker or something, and that's all well and good. There's 18 billion ways to earn a living, but this stuff is kind of adventurous. You never know what you're gonna get. Some loads will be absolute cake, other loads not so much. Some loads you really got to work at, like that old end dump. I still get comments on it. I would have just scrap that thing off site. Clearly, those people who never tried to buy equipment recently. But it didn't matter. That load had its interesting moments for sure. Yeah. Anybody remember a video I did? I first met Tim Gentry, and he asked, how do I, right on his channel, how do I do the double drop, since he's struggling with it as far as taking it apart, putting it together. And I had to just explain it to him because we didn't have a truck there to show it. But even a guy like him, who's obviously doing a lot better in the trucking game than I am, even a guy like him asked for help. So think on that for a minute. If it ain't above Tim to ask me, hey, how do you do this? Why should it be above anybody else to ask another driver for some assistance or advice? The answer is it shouldn't. And you would do yourself a favor by assisting the driver that needs help. Okay, I think we're good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, he did turn the battery off. All right.